Hello. If my memory serves me right, I bought Double Dragon for the NES 34 years ago tonight on July the 25th, 1989. Double Dragon was a beat-em-up game, and it was based on the arcade Double Dragon by Technos. And Double Dragon was a really good game, and it quickly became my favorite NES game. But unlike the arcade version, you have to earn points before you can do certain things. Like you have to earn so many points to be able to jump kick, and then you have to earn even more points to be able to bash your opponent's head on your knee and throw him over your shoulder. Now, I've also played Double Dragon for the Atari 7800, the Sega Master System, and the Sega Genesis. And for the Atari 7800, it sucks. It is just way too hard, and it sucks. And I wrote a review online a long time ago saying that out of the two, I preferred Double Dragon for the Sega Master System because it gives continues and has the boss music, whereas the NES version doesn't give continues and it has no boss music. Well, some guy read my review and he said, Randy Johnson obviously hasn't played Double Dragon for the NES because it's just as good as the Sega Master System. Well, I got news for that guy. I didn't say that Double Dragon for the Sega Master System was better than the NES version. I said I prefer it. Of the two, it's my favorite. You know, when some people read, they need to pay attention to what they're reading. And 5 years after I got Double Dragon for the NES, I got it for the Sega Genesis. And as I was coming home with the Genesis version, I remember thinking, now, it's going to take me a while to beat this if I can. I mean, I tried to beat the NES and Sega Master System versions, and I couldn't. And I was thinking, I don't think I'll be able to beat this for the Genesis for a while. Well, I brought it home and won on the first try. You see, it gives enough lives and continues to easily be able to beat it. And Double Dragon only has 4 missions. It's pretty short. Well, there was a guy put a YouTube video on YouTube, and he said he was able to beat the Sega Master System Double Dragon and the NES Double Dragon as well, but he couldn't beat the Genesis Double Dragon. I left a comment. I said, I don't understand how you couldn't beat Double Dragon for the Genesis. I said, it's one of the easiest video games I've played on the Genesis. So I don't understand how he couldn't beat it. But I've always liked Double Dragon. But I do prefer playing it on the Sega Genesis because I can beat it. I couldn't beat the Sega Master System or the NES versions, but I can beat the Sega Genesis version. Well, this has been my video. Thanks for watching.